like to introduce our chairman, the Muhammad Tayyibur Rahman, who will give you an outset of our organization. And thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for coming, Qadria Trust. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I begin with the name of Allah, God, who is most kind and merciful to all mankind. Respectable Dr. Richard J. Sudworth, distinguished participants and my fellows and friends. At the outset, let me begin the expressing warm welcome to all of you to the Qadria Trust. I express my sincere gratitude to all of you for making your time available to join us today. I appreciate and welcome your presence here at Qadria Trust. I feel honored that you have taken some time out to learn about the religion Islam. In today, changing the world, we all need to understand each other's faiths and religious perspectives to make a safe and healthier society. As religious leaders, we have to provide moral leadership in our communities, demanding that others can have what we also want to ourselves and for the people for whom we are responsible. This is a matter of duties and rights based in our faith traditions. We must respect one another and every human being. We need to build strong and sustainable relationship between Muslim and Christians so that we can prevent crises and address the challenges together. For centuries, Muslims and Christians have lived together and shared the same challenges and hope in many parts of the world. In the Middle East, in the South Asia, in part of Africa, and Indonesia, Spain. Despite the history of Christian-Muslim coexistence not always being perfect, there have often been good examples of durable and solid living together to learn from. Yet we should encourage Muslims-Christian relationship to continue to be established in permanent and mutually accountable from in all over the country and in the local places and communities where we now live together. Good and peaceful relationships between Christians and Muslims are not only important for transforming our own communities. Many conflicts in our world today are related to religious identities. Even in these conflicts have primarily political, economic, or cultural reasons. One world and all who live in it are so much in need to peaceful and sustainable development and relationships, Islam and Christianity. As many other religions have a strong religious resources for building peace and taking care of the whole inhabited world. My strong belief is that we are called together to become peacemakers, respecting the will of our Creator, and our Creator's loves the entire creation. It is our task to make sure that religion is not synonym with conflict in the eyes of people, but a synonym for subject and peace. It is my privilege and pleasure to offer these words of welcome to the significant encounter between all of us. Welcome to this opportunity for open conversations, learning about Islam, and in transforming our relationship for the better of our communities. May God bless us and give us wisdom, strength, and most of all, love for humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, very kind words and strong words. I thank the chairman for giving us the guidance. He's our spiritual leader as well. We at Qadria Trust have people from all other faiths come to our leader because he guides spiritually. So it doesn't matter, spirituality doesn't have any boundaries. We're all human beings and we all like to have this satisfaction, and people do come to them and they guide them according to the teaching of Islam. We are here to help. It doesn't matter who comes through the door. I thank you very much for the kind words. Now, I would like to introduce to you Mr. Makhtoom Chishti, who will go through a brief history of Qadria Trust, what we provide here, and how we go about things, inshallah. And Mr. Makhtoom Chishti.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. My name is Makhtoom Chishti and I will be coordinating this visit today. You have just heard from Pete Tayyib. He explained about the relationship and how does we work amongst different diverse communities. Obviously, you have traveled, you came to the church and had a lunch there. And now you are with us, and maybe 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, it depends how does we develop a conversation amongst each other. 1:30 there will be prayer time, so you can observe the prayer, and after that we got a tea and coffee behind you and you can help yourself. We got also some literature which is available to take as much as you like to. There's various information is there about terrorism, what Islam says about that, and Quran which is wholly English translation, is not in Arabic, so that's easy to read. The Qadria Trust is formed in 2008 by Pir Tayyib Sahib, who came from Pakistan. Where we are sitting, that used to be a small house. That house has been converted into the mosque to fulfill the needs of local people. Obviously, as a Muslim, we hope to teach young children to learn Quran, to learn about Islam, and to learn about their place in the community. And that's a very important factor. So if they don't learn the Quran, so they cannot perform a number of spiritual activities which need to be done, and they need to recite the Quran. We have evening classes in here. We have active play groups. We have separate classes for female and women as well. We also have a family sports service which enable people to ask questions if they have any problem in terms of their marriage or in terms of somebody passed away. So we help them to act upon, according to Islam, whatever is needed from them to do it. We also have interfaith conversation quite a lot. A lot of people visit us and we visit them. We attend the interfaith meetings. And Sparkbrook, I don't know how much you know about it. It is a hub of ethnic minorities. It is not first time that Sparkbrook has accommodated Muslim people, but they have before that Jewish people and other community, Irish people came in here. So this is a hub of the communities who migrate from abroad or from other cities. And it used to be around the Brook and Spark Hill, there was a lot of factory work. So that's the reason most migrant comes in here and concentrate around this Spark Brook, so they can have a job, they can work in a factory, and that's where it's well. But nowadays, we don't have that much industry. We have only white collar jobs left, or as shops. But Muslim community is growing, and they are putting back into the community. They have businesses, there's many doctors, there's many scholars, there's many solicitors. So there's a lot of Muslims are actively participating into the community. So that's a brief discussion. I don't know how many people you have visited mosque previously. Have you visited the mosque? How much you know about the mosque? It means mosque is used for 5 times a prayer, which each Muslim has to pray. So that's the first facility the mosque provides, and that's a very important fact in Muslim life. So like now 1:30 you will observe the Zohar prayer, and you see this carpet which is manufactured, and it's according to our needs, and it was the first, the main carpet was designed by the Birmingham Central Mosque, and it was done in Kidminster. After that, there's a lot of patterns emerged, but again, these carpets are, if you can see in here, they are quite nicely decorated patterns, and these makes you to have a line. So it's easier to have a line, because that's very important. When the leadership concept comes from the prayer, because Imam who leads the prayer, the other people follows the prayer. That will give a leadership concept. So you will have a best person amongst you who can lead your prayer, and that will be your leader. So it is a teaching starts from the prayer, how to have to gather a prayer, have a joint community adventure, and to share people's problem as well. Because when people come to prayer, they only don't come in front of Allah, but also they hear from each other that I got a problem, so the other person maybe can able to solve, or the Imam may be able to solve the problem. So it is a community-oriented prayer. It's not just virtual prayer, but it is integrated with a lot of other elements. So that's one, and you see the leading mihrab. That is where the Imam stands, and he leads the prayer. But also you can see the member, which is the 3 steps. That's used during Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, when he used to deliver the sermons and to address the congregation. So that's from there, I mean, that tradition. And Imams, especially on Friday prayer, they use that member to address the congregation and also to read the sermon of the Friday. How many people knows that what is basic pillars of Islam? Is anybody knows about the basic pillars of Islam? Some people call basic pillars, the 5 pillars of Islam, or some people call basic elements of Islam, which is the first one is Shahada. Anybody who wants to become a Muslim, he has to read Shahada, which is La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah is there's only one God, but Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is his prophet. So that is very, very important element of Muslim's life, or whoever wants to convert towards Muslim. So they have to believe on oneness of Allah, which is again is in Christianity is also one God. We don't have 2 gods, but in many other religions have many different gods. But within the Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, it's only there's one God. And then you must have 5 times prayer, which is in the morning, which is called Salah, and that's very important. then you have to pay zakat, which is I usually describe national insurance number. I will stop here now because there will be azan. You can listen to the azan, and then I can also give you some brief description of the azan. That is call for prayer.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala salah. Hayya ala al-falah. Hayya ala al-falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.